What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. I'm going to be giving you guys a quick question and answer video on the Concept 2 Bike Erg. Frequently asked questions, I should say. Most recently, one of my subscribers, DGN883, asked a question, so I'm going to answer that and cover some other general information about the bike that you might find useful just in case you're looking at purchasing it or switching out from, say, like your spin bike to the Bike Erg. Okay, so the first question from DGN883 is, can you get the same type of workout on the Bike Erg that you can on a traditional spin bike? And the answer is absolutely yes, you can. And in fact, I think you can get a little better workout on the Bike Erg. And the reason I say that is, let's talk about a spin bike first. You've got a dial or some sort of a knob or lever that you can manipulate to increase resistance or decrease resistance. On the Bike Erg, you've got the flywheel housing, right, with the damper settings. So this is all the way closed, which is not letting any air into the housing. And if you go all the way to open, it lets a bunch of air into the flywheel housing. Now, what's interesting, though, is that a lot of people confuse the fact that having your damper open or close is going to dictate the intensity of your workout. In fact, what it is, it's actually how much pedal power and how much leg power you're putting into each stroke. So as you noticed, even as it's in the closed setting, right now I'm cycling, right? Pedaling, feels very easy. But if I pick up my pedal stroke, it's drawing wind into the flywheel housing, which increases the resistance and makes the workout harder. If I go all the way to the open setting at a 10, just a casual pedal stroke feels more difficult. If you really get going, it becomes actually pretty difficult. Great workout, okay? So that's what I love about the Concept 2 is it's really leg power, pedal stroke power, and then manipulating your damper settings. Second question DGN883 had, can you get out of the saddle when you're cycling? Okay, so here I am. And then to get out, yes, you can get out of the saddle. Now the only caveat is, there's two. One, you have to get your pedal stroke up. Okay, because if you go too slow, you will get a dead spot at the bottom of your pedal stroke. Now, the other caveat is the way you have your pedals set up. You notice here, you might want to come on in. These pedals are kind of like traditional mountain bike pedals. They've got these little rivets on here for traction. I've purchased these Tefal plastic toe clips. You can get them on the Concept 2 website. They install very easily. Two screws here, just use a flathead screwdriver. And by installing these pedal clips, it'll help with your overall pedal stroke efficiency, but it'll also help get rid of some of that dead spot at the bottom, combined with increasing your pedal stroke. Okay, so for $5 plus shipping and handling, I think these plastic toe clips are kind of a no-brainer. The other thing I wanted to say is that I made some notes here. The more wind resistance you get into the flywheel housing, it slows the flywheel down faster on recovery, which then makes the work to accelerate on the next stroke even harder, okay? So just a key note there. The other accessory that I bought, which I think you may want to know about, is the water bottle holder. $4.50, again, on the Concept2 website, plus shipping and handling. I've got my Veho bottle in here right now. All you simply do when it comes, it's wide open. You screw this down to your desired fit so that it becomes snug, and then just snap this down. Okay, super secure. I think I told you on the last video, guys, this is the standard holder for an iPhone or any kind of an Android phone. So you see, okay, fits in there nicely. They do make a holder for a tablet or an iPad. It's constantly on back order. I have mine on back order, so hopefully it'll, show up soon. But that's the only other accessory I'm going to get for the bike. Now, one other thing that I think is really important to talk about is the Q factor. If you don't know what the Q factor is on the bike, it's the distance from the outside of one control arm, right here, crank arm, I'm sorry, the distance from the outside of one crank arm to the outside of the opposite crank arm, okay? So on the Concept2, they have that distance at 155 millimeters. On a standard road bike, it's about 150 millimeters. On a mountain bike, it's about 170 millimeters. And the reason why the Q factor is so important in cycling is that it really keeps your hips, knees, feet, and everything else in alignment. So if you can imagine having the pedals in too narrow, your alignment would be out. Too wide out, obviously awkward to ride, and alignment out of position as well. As soon as you jump on the Bike Erg, feels very natural. Everything feels in alignment, which is great, right? Q factor, 155 millimeters on the Concept2. Again, from the outside of one crank arm to the outside of the opposite crank arm. So you learned something new if you didn't know what a Q factor is. Last thing, weight. A lot of people have asked, about the weight. There's one other thing I'm going to cover after weight too, which is the noise, but let me talk about the weight first. 68 pounds, okay? When I go to lift this or move it, I simply just grab it from here and pull up. So it's actually pretty easy to carry. If you don't want to do that, get it up on its wheels, okay? So you can see I'm doing this with one hand. Once you get it up, super easy to move around, right? Okay. The last thing is the noise. It does make some noise, no question. I can't really get down too close to the flywheel housing, but let me get it going. Okay. Now as I pick up pedal stroke, does make a little noise. So I guess all I can tell you is, one, I wanted to show it to you in kind of an open setting like this. We're filming in our living room right now. And try to get down here. If you have a home gym, even better, right? But if you live in an apartment, condo, townhouse, and you want to get one of these, probably the best thing to do, place this flywheel away from the shared wall. Maybe turn it the other way, right? So this isn't facing the wall. That'll help mitigate some of that sound transmission. Okay, I think that's it. DGN 883, hope I answered your questions. Anyone else, if you're thinking about buying the Bike Erg, can't say enough good things about it. Not sponsored by Concept2, okay? Just love their products. People keep telling me, get the Ski Erg, get the rower. I'm probably gonna end up getting both because I love their products so much. All right, so that's about it. Be well, be kind to yourself and others. Most importantly, believe in yourself, because if you don't, no one else will. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Appreciate all the new subscribers. Please hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, so you know every time I upload new content. Make sure you like the videos too. Have a great weekend. See you next week.